Hey everyone, it's Matea. It's 3 a.m., but I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. I'm in a swap at Mini Album Scraps. It's a mini album swap, and my partner is Mercedes. So Mercedes, if you want this to be a surprise, don't watch this video. This is probably the most nice mini album I've ever made, and I'm really glad to have her as my partner, and I really hope she likes it. This is something that I would like to get in return if I were the partner. I kind of like to go by that just because I think that's kind of what you can keep in mind when you're making a mini album for someone else is it something that you would like to receive? Keeping in mind too that they have likes and dislikes as well, but here it is. And I used the Butterfly Garden paper by Pink Paisley. I got this idea, or was inspired by Drew at Card of My Eye. He made a mini album similar to this, so go check him out. Let's see, where do we start? I'll just kind of give you a view of it quickly here. So I distressed all the edges with Tim Holtz Vintage Photo. The chipboard is cut with the on the edge die by Tim Holtz. I punched some Martha Stewart butterflies here. This is a Recollections flower. These are Wild Orchid Crafts. The ones underneath are some paper flowers I got in a rack from Lydia. Thank you, Lydia. And as well as this bling. And the flowers are glimmer misted with, I think this is Cocoa Bean Copper by Lindy Stamp Gang and My Mojito Green. I tore the edge here and put some music note sheets in the back. I cut the Tim Holtz bird cage and bird, and did some UT and Rub and Buff and Vintage Photo on the cage. The bird I cut out with some more vintage music sheet paper. Actually, this is from the Tattered Time collection. And inked the edges with crushed olive. Down at the bottom here, I did some little dangles from the bird cage. I thought that was really cute. At the top here, I just did another Martha Stewart butterfly. I punched this out of some Prima packaging, so I like how that turned out. These are some Recollection skeleton leaves, more bling from Lydia. Thanks, Lydia. Some more Wild Orchid Crafts, a metal flower I had in my stash. Behind here is another Recollections flower, more Wild Orchid Crafts, and a button that I just cut the back off of. And this album is really thick, and I just tied a bunch of pretty laces that match the paper. And you can see how thick it is. And the closure, I thought about this for a while and thought this would be the best way for the thick album. It's just some jump rings attached to the side, and then it unclips with the lobster clasp at the top as well as the bottom. This first page, really cute. To hold the tags in, I had a little paper clip, some crocheted flowers, handmade flowers, a resin piece I got from a bracelet, Wild Orchid Crafts, another butterfly, a little vine, and here's what the tags look like. I just tied some seam binding and lace at the top. Sorry, I'm tongue twisted, I guess. A little bird charm, a stamp. I think this was a Fisker stamp. Really cute. These tags are coffee dyed. I got them from Julie, and I just inked them from with Vintage Photo, and that's what that looks like. This one is also from Julie. It's an Admit One ticket. Really, really cute. So she can stick pictures and photos and journaling on those. And then this crocheted lace is what holds the tags in, kind of like a band. And she can stick photos behind there as well. This next page also has a little clip to hold this in. I love this page. I did a little vintage doily some sprays from a wreath from Joann's, a crocheted flower, a metal flower, a recollections flower. Sorry about that, everyone. We're back. My memory card was full. Again, I have a coffee dyed tag here. She could put photos and journaling on. I put a little vintage crocheted doily here. This was actually a big sheet and I just cut it up, put some vintage music sheets there, some more of these sprays. So I like how that turned out. This was a button that I just cut the back off of. I've distressed all the edges and rubbed in some vintage photo. This page here is another tag that comes out for pictures and journaling, and there's a little stamp there that says moments. Some seam binding flowers, Martha Stewart butterfly with some recollections bling. Whoop. Little pearls here, Wild Orchid Crafts. This is my favorite page in the collection, I think. And another doily. Oh, okay. This page, one of my handmade flowers, a bow made out of seam binding that I kind of crinkled. This was using the Tim Holtz ornamental die, and I just kept the negative of it to use it as a frame. Vintage music sheets, a little applique flower, and a cameo that I rubbed some Rub and Buff on to kind of grunge it up. Crocheted lace. Here I have another applique flower, a seam binding flower. Oh, this keeps falling over. A butterfly that I got from the craft store, and I glimmer misted it with my Mojito Green by Lindy Stamp Gang. Another handmade flower with a resin center. This beautiful lace that I got from a warehouse. And here is just a little tag. I probably will ink this up and do some stamping on these as well. I don't know if I'm completely finished with this mini album, but I think it turned out really pretty anyway. And then this is just a photo mat that comes out. Both sides can be used for pictures, and that just tucks right in there, as well as that. This page, pretty simple, but I really love the paper and I just wanted to keep it that way. Butterflies, a handmade flower. I followed the Gatsby kind of technique by Rena, so she's at Scrapstress, so check her out. This is just a piece that I had from an old necklace. I thought that was cute as a center, and behind here is some crocheted lace and some silk leaves. This page here, I have one of my handmade sprays that I showed in an earlier video. Handmade flowers that I layered and then put a little nylon butterfly in the center. Another seam binding flower and some pretty crocheted trim. And this page is another one of those frames that I used. A bow just made out of some vintage lace. Cute little butterfly. The applique flower layered on top. I did the crocheted flower. I crocheted these. And a Wild Orchid Crafts flower. Another handmade. And then this beautiful trim I got from Lydia. Thank you, Lydia. So that's what that page looks like. This page was really fun. I liked the doily pattern on the paper, so I kind of wanted to mimic that at the bottom. I made a little pocket with another craft photo mat, and I used a little Tim Holtz Adage ticket and memo pin. It says Trust, some flat back pearls and vintage lace, and then another Gatsby look-alike flower. This page was really cute as well. I don't know if you can see that, but I did a Tim Holtz trinket pin, seam binding, the bird cut by Tim Holtz, another crocheted and seam binding flower. I liked how this looked like a bird nest with eggs, and then I just tied some twine around the flower to give it a little interest, and another photo mat slides behind here. This page, I wanted to do something a little different, so I did 3 tags that come out, and they're just held together by a clip that she can also use for photo and journaling. I plan on maybe doing some stamping on these as well. Little butterfly. This is a little pocket I made out of vintage music paper. Some pearly trim that I just kind of grunged up with some alcohol ink. A Wild Orchid Crafts flower, a resin flower that I made, and I also alcohol inked that and put a little bling in the center. Some Recollection skeleton leaves and some pretty brown lace at the bottom here. So that's what that page looks like. Sorry about the mess in the background. This page, another photo mat, and these papers are just beautiful. They embellish a lot of your mini album just by themselves. This was a photo mat, some pretty flat-back pearls, yellow, baby yellow lace, and then some pretty eyelet trim and a little cameo that I made to kind of look vintage. A Recollections flower. This was the Tim Holtz. A Dodge ticket and memo pin again, and then a vintage button with some twine in the center. So that was really cute, and here's the back. I love this page as well. I just tied a little bit of twine to add some interest, and then another button, and made this out of the Tim Holtz tag die cut, and I just embossed it with some Tim Holtz Distress powders, and it kind of made it feel like sandpaper, really cute. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and here's another overall view. It's a really chunky album, and again, I hope she likes it. Please leave any comments about maybe anything else I can do with the album. I don't know if I'll add any charms just because there's a lot going on already, but let me know what you think. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.